Welcome everyone, it's Strigmar. It's time for some more Raid Shadow Legends. Yes, Raid Shadow Legends. So, we are going to be moving on. Probably. Free to play to clear Spider. Didn't want to make it that easy. When will I get... Bronze 2? I remember when I could just attack and get it. Now it's a bloody nightmare to get bronze 2. Don't ask me why or how, but it is. It so is. Like, you wouldn't know it, but yeah. It takes a lot to get this. There we go. A little bit of arbiter powers. She deserves those. I deserve to have those powers. I quite literally spent an unbelievable amount of time doing that. You guys do not want to know. Some of it you'll know, but you haven't fully seen it. I've only shown some of the trials actually needed. The level of farming required to do this is legendary. Nothing short of legendary. Like, I can't even explain the level of suffering or craziness it actually took. Like, the level of work it actually took to get Arbiter from missions, not spending. Spenders get so much of an advantage in this game. Like, even if you go free to play, they still get an advantage because they've got those shards available that free to plays will have to grind a long time to get. We're talking a long time. Oh, this is not good. I don't like dealing with Battle Sage because Battle Sage just causes me issues. And the game just won't give me her either. And like, these whales will be like, and that's my third arbiter or something. Like, or like, they don't even comment on the man-eater. Me, I'm like looking at their man-eater like, do you have any idea how long I've waited to get a man-eater? On any account, for any reason. Ugh. I don't know what it is with me and man-eater. Alright, time for the main event. The last Hydra key. Hmm. Okay, just wait a minute. Okay. Let's see here. Let's give it a go. There burns. Gotta keep those burns up. The burns are literally gonna be what saves us here. Steal the buff. Hope I didn't use any... Oh. Get the burn up. We already got 1,000,000. No idea how. I'll take it. I did not think my final Hydra team was capable of 1,000,000. Did not think. But it is. I'll take it, honestly. I was not expecting this much damage out of Geo for this. I was not expecting it. I was not expecting, because he's only got a single target burn. I was not expecting that. Geo did what to Hydra? What? I'm confused. I am thoroughly confused. I did not think Geomancer could do that to it. I did not think that. Not for a second. I did not think that. Man, that guy is underrated. I swear to God. Like, I did not think he could do that to Hydra. Like, what the actual heck? Yup. Don't ask me how or why, but yup. Not sure how or why, but I'll take it. I was like, this leftover team can't do over 1 million. Or can it? What? It's 1 burn on 3 turns. 1 3-turn burn. It's not even that good. Did anyone even see that damage? Like, what is that? All right. Time to see if I can get my final. Final set. Okay, I was expecting like 4 sets of Stone Skin or something with that team. That's what I was expecting. Apparently not. Because, like, where's the speed? If there's no speed, the next thing I assume is you're all in Stone Skin. Especially with a team with that lackluster of a comp. Like, that's the first thing I suspect. The second you do that, it's Stone Skin for days. That's what I expect. Like, if your team comp is garbage, it's usually Stone Skin. That's usually the answer. But yeah, I've been cleaning up tag, refreshing tag, cleaning tag, checking tag. Doing that so much. I still can't believe Geo did what to Hydra? Karuto there kind of looks like Yasuo. Although it's Yasuo without the skill in inhibiting factor where like people's mechanical skill makes Yasuo useless. Yeah, there's none of that going on. Trying to clean up these tokens. Whichever, I do that plus 2 more and I'll have the thing. Did not expect the spirit host to be faster. I'll take it. Now the real question. What affinities are we missing the most in terms of potions? Are we missing a lot of magic affinity? That answers my question. We are. We're gonna want nukers. Preferably of the force or magic affinity variety. And maybe one that can just steal the buff right off it or hit through the shield. This isn't optimal, but we can see. Like, I don't have the Ultra setup. The other one we got Zavia as an Ultra setup. Like, Mountain King is not optimal versus this dungeon at all. Although, Renegade could be. Yeah. I've been swapping out Reliquary Tender's gear. I mean, I have a Sissia. I might as well use her. You don't need a Sissia to clear this. In fact, this isn't even the optimal team comp. I'm just using her because she's an AoE affinity-friendly damage dealer, not because she's good. Zavi is better versus this dungeon, believe it or not. Now, what we're going to want to look for is the one that's going to increase the damage on us, specifically. That's what we want. So, I'm assuming it's the one on the right. Okay, the one on the right is pretty bad. Okay, that's the decreased defense. Okay, this one technically would be the more dangerous one. First, I want to take that right off. Hit him. The main thing I can see now is we got to get rid of the guy on the left. Because it's more important. You want to try to get rid of the one that's going to harm us. I mean, we could do it this other way, but that's the key to kill this boss. Because the ads, each ad does either a protective effect to the boss itself. There's a reason I did that. I did to decrease its turn meter. Because I want to progress. And I know if I can go on manual, I can progress easier. Geomancer is, of course, core to this because Geomancer is very much a very powerful buff stealer dealing with buffs, and you need one for this boss fight. Because without a proper buff stealer slash dealer, you're going to have a bad time. Defense, decreased defense and weaken is very powerful versus this boss. I just want to say that right out of the gate. The mobs are bad on this difficulty, but they're not the do-all end-all compared to the boss. And judging, see, there's no big protective buffs here, so like, I know it seems unfair for me to use Sissia, but it'd be better to use Zavia. It would be. Like, there are better champs than Sissia for this. I just happen to have Sissia for this dungeon. It just happens to be what I got. Getting some True Fears on, which is exactly what we want. Okay, so noted, it's the ad on the left, because what we want to do is we want to stop the decreased defense first on the higher difficulties. Because that's going to be the problem. Because he's going to go that, and then we're going to be in major issue. Because you see, the thing about Madame Saris is her buff stealing ways have a long CD, and this guy does not. Okay, we got rid of one of the buffs. Remove buff. There we go. We are making progress now. There we go. Now we can get into the drop turn meter range. This is where Geo really shines. Granted, there are some other champs that can do it, but Geomancer's very good versus this boss, surprisingly. He's good in Hydra. He's good versus Magic. He's really good. Like, it's crazy. He really is amazing to get. Like, I always question whenever like someone skips over seeing Geomancer. I'm like, do you realize what you just pulled? It's a small god. It's like, the guy's huge deal. Burn. Burn. Want to keep the leech up if we can. I'm keeping my other ability as a trap card. In case the boss decides any sudden moves. Like putting buffs on itself. It's the same reason I don't go immediately creeping petrify it like an AI, is because I know that I want to save it in case it does something diabolical. You know. To stop it from protecting itself. Now, I don't know how to program the AI to just do that when, you know, conditional. Needed to buy my thing fragments. My Carl frags. Because of the thing. I could do some champ training stuff tonight, I assume. But yeah, I want to progress to the bottom if I can. The main reason I believe I can is because of Geo. I know you're like, what? How? Geomancer is that strong, apparently. Like, I don't know if he's like underrated or something, but like people don't understand the might of this. Like they all talk about the Chimars and the Chimars and the Trundas and everything, but they don't talk about how powerful Geomancer is. They don't mention that he's like literally ridiculously overpowered, even if he's just an epic. They see the epic and they're like, but what do you mean? It's epic. It's not in ridiculous progression champion of, yeah, no, nonsense. Whoever says that is full of it. Because I'm telling you, Geomancer is so much more than he appears. But a whale can't use Geomancer. Yeah, whale might not be able to use Geomancer, but 99% of the rest of us will. The rest of the planet. The rest of the planet, who doesn't have $1 million, can use Geo. That's the thing. He's good for the 99%. Top 1%, yeah, go ignore Geomancer. But for 99% of the planet, please build him if you get him. That is my advice with Geomancer. Like, if you've got other champs that are ridiculous, that are better than him or whatever, go for it. But most people aren't going to have that. And that's just the reality of it. Like, here's the deal. I would not put it past Geomancer to literally end up soloing this boss. I know that's disgusting, but he's positive affinity, and he smacks, and yeah, you're like, what the actual heck? Yes, I know. He smacks. He does ridiculous damage. Like, I don't know how to explain this champ. He's ridiculous. Straight up. He's ridiculous. And anyone who doesn't think he's ridiculous hasn't played with him before. Like, seriously. They haven't. I have to kill this thing first. Because the one on the left is the one that's the peril. Ha! The fears. Because, like, even if everyone dies right now, everyone on my team were just to instantly self-combust, there is a real chance that Geomancer could kill this boss. You're like, there's no way. That's what you think. Yes. But it's totally possible. His thing has to come up again. His OP move. The thing where he steals the buff. The creeping petrify. He goes in with the creeping petrify and then throws this quicksand grasp. Bed magic key boss. Like, there are legendaries that aren't as good as him. As the miniature, the wizard, small wizard man. Like, the only place he sucks kind of is arena, and you can still use him against like Paragon situationally. And arena is not most of this game, so for everything but arena, He's ridiculous. And the larger the boss, the scarier this guy becomes. I'm saving my trap card. She gets that buff up. She's not done. Dunzo. Boom. It killed himself on the Geomancer passive, I think. Yup. Yup. I told you so. I told you. He's insane. If you do find him, he's well worth a 60. You won't regret it. This dude is nutty. I'm telling you, he's nutty. And I'm probably going to be farming a little bit more of that today. I'll see y'all later. Like and subscribe.